Hi, Deborah Smart here, and we are doing yoga poses for osteoporosis, osteopenia, also to prevent bone loss. So these are going to help. They're strengthening your bones, strengthening your muscles, and this one is called triangle pose. And on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm using a chair. I'm going to use a chair, and I'm also going to use a block, and I have a wall. And the reason for the wall is for some stability and to also show you how to keep your shoulder open. So this is a great way to start this pose until you get really comfortable with it, okay? So we're gonna come over here and I'm gonna get into position. My feet are fairly wide apart. And again, this is gonna depend on your height. So you find your stance, okay? And we might have been in a warrior two before from here. But now we're going to straighten this leg. The knee is straight. It's not really locked tightly and there should be a little flex in it. And then this foot's pointing forward towards the wall. This foot is parallel with a slight turn in on my toe, so they're a little bit of an angle, okay? Now, I'm gonna put my left hand on my hip, and I'm gonna push that hip out. And then I'm gonna take my right arm and extend it and reach out. So I'm reaching for something, okay? And now my elbow here is touching the wall, and that's keeping my shoulder open. Now from here, I'm gonna drop my hand down to the chair, okay? Now, I'm trying not to put hardly any weight on my hand. I'm using my body to keep myself upright. And then from here, I'm gonna raise this arm up and up. So I'm using the wall to show you how to keep your shoulder open, because we do not want to do the pose like this. You want to do the pose this, so you've got it. Your shoulders are open, and then we got a great stretch going on here, and some compression here, but not too much. Okay. So that is what it's going to look like. Okay, and then to come out, bend your knee and rise up. Okay. Now I'll show you with a block, and then we'll put the chair on the other side. Now on this one, I'm going to put the block, we get into position, and I want to have the block, you can have it on the inside or the outside of your foot. I've honestly seen it done and being taught both ways. And the reason for the block is eventually your fingers may hit the floor, but in the meantime they might not, and that's why we've got the block here. So we don't have too much strain, but we're still doing the pose, okay? So same thing, this foot's pointed towards that wall. This foot's parallel with a tiny slight angle on it, maybe 35 degrees, okay? So, hip out, extend my arm, push out, reach, and then I'm gonna drop that arm down to the block, and then, see how my shoulder's open? Up. Now, ideally, I don't wanna have hardly any weight on that block. My body's holding me up. Now you can stay, your head can look down, it can look sideways, or you can even look up. Find the best position for your neck. And then see if you can hold this while you're breathing, don't stop breathing, for a good 20 seconds. Okay? And again, see how my shoulder's open? And then you're gonna come down, bend your knee, and come up. And then we just do it on the other side with the chair. You can see my chair. Okay, so on this one, same thing, okay? Foot pointed towards the chair. Get closer to the chair so I can make sure I can reach it, okay? So here, straight leg, move this block, I won't need that. And then same here, left hip, right hip goes out. Extend your arm, reach forward, come on down. Back, my elbows touching the wall, so my shoulder's nice and open, and up. And breathe, okay? And then you come out, and then with a block, it's gonna be the block by my foot, get into position. Okay, so push my right hip out. Left arm goes out, and I'm reaching, so you can see all my hands, okay. Reaching, now drop down, drop and then up. And you're gonna find one side is often easier than the other side. For me, I have a slightly injured shoulder on this side, so my extension when I'm in the triangle position is not necessarily going to be the same, but that's the position. My suggestion is to use a wall until you get comfortable with it. If you have trouble getting your arm down far enough, use a chair, and then from there you can progress to a block, and you can stay with the block, or some people don't use a block at all. But again, it's more important the form than whether or not your hand hits the floor. Okay, so that's triangle. Namaste. Thank you.